get images by artist.
Yeah.
And you give it the artist. Get, search.
So what we did is
Search terms.
we wrapped that functionality in an interface that allows the upper level classes to just call.
So maybe we can go through the search example and you can see how we used it.
Okay, all right.
That's what we're using.
Okay, guys. I have artists who need to see their page done. Last week there was nothing in your directory, and now you have some completely inscrutable, non-standard approach to
You haven't even read our class though. You can't tell us that it's a non-standard
Yes, I can.
approach.
First of all,
Because I did a bunch of reading and that's what
Take
I
a deep
used to
breath.
inform.
take a deep breath.
Okay.
A reading is fine, and this might be great for a website that's advanced. But again, this is a prototype.
Okay.
This is not a final product that you're trying to create.
Okay.
You are trying to demonstrate that these people should be paying you to develop this sort of stuff.
Okay.
Okay? You have literally put the cart before the horse. And by making this complexity here, where it doesn't need to be for a demo, in less than a month, right?
Mm-hmm.
You've put a lot of effort into something that is not important for a demo.
Okay.
Okay.
We thought this was gonna be the demo, not that. I started to develop that so we could have something that's easy to use.
We're going back because you failed your tech review.
Okay.
Okay, you guys failed your tech review, there was nothing there,
Okay.
okay?
Alright.
So, okay, guys,
Yeah.
let me just be really blunt with you. If I was your tech lead in the real world,
Mhm.
after this project, because you failed your tech review, you would all be having a guard at your desk, okay, escorting you out. I would fire you, right? You guys had nothing last week, and suddenly you have this, right? Which is great, but it's a week late, okay? First of all. If I had had time to sit down and pull this apart, I may have figured out what you were doing. For a demo,
Mhm.
you need a basic database class. What did you promise me in your milestone document? A basic database class.
Okay.
So not only did you not follow your agreement with me, milestone document, you've created something that is really not standard, okay?
Okay.
Especially for a demo, okay? You're putting your efforts in the wrong place. Maybe standardization isn't the thing I should be saying, but it's certainly more complicated than a simple database class to centralize all your stuff. Now, if you had written a simple database class where you centralized all your queries
Yeah.
and all you returned was the data, would you be able to put all this stuff in later on?
Mhm.
There you go.
But that's the thing, we did have something like that, and my understanding of this week was we needed to flesh out the vertical prototype, and so that's why I went in and added all this extra stuff, is I thought that we were
So
supposed
there was a
to be-
database class last week?
Yes, yes. It wasn't as detailed as this, but yes.
Okay, I didn't see it when I went through your site.
Okay.
Okay, it was, maybe that's because of the organization,
Okay.
but you are not living in a vacuum.
Yeah.
Okay, you guys are not living in a vacuum. You're working in a we're pretending to work in a corporation here,
Mhm.
which means that everybody needs to pretty much understand what the heck is going on. Okay, that I had to come back to you guys and say, I don't get what's going on here, you need to show me.
Mhm.
That's a huge failure,
Mhm.
okay?
Yeah.
So, yes,
Sorry, can I try to explain it? It's what we tried to do. And
Yeah,
I see
absolutely.
your point. So basically, the idea is that for this demo, we need the horizontal prototype, right? And then we need the
Yes.
vertical prototype doing like simple search, for example.
well, your vertical prototype at a minimum was supposed to be the search implemented, yes.
Right. So what we kind of had in mind is that most of that work is actually front end team. So back end team started in parallel the real development, and the plan is that if this is in time for today, then
Mhm.
we'll end up using it, which is what we did last night.
Mhm.
But before that, we had another class that was using database in a simple way, the image uploader.
Mhm.
So we can see the history in SVN. But because this was ready yesterday, we switched to using this to do the simple search.
Okay, so now, let me back up. So you say that there was a simpler database class before all of this work.
Right. So the prototype that Thomas showed 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, right?
Around 3.
That was a simpler search that we were planning to use together with the image uploader, also using simple database.
Okay.
But because this wasn't time, yesterday and the day before we switched.
All right, so now, today is the day that your boss has hired the usability expert to come from Los Angeles to view what's going on, right? Does the usability expert care about this stuff?
No.
What is the most important thing to have ready for this demo?
This, what
Yes.
they're about to show.
Okay, all right, so the time spent on implementing this was wasted, okay?
But we had a team of people already working
Right.
on this, and I was
This is
tasked with working
investment
on the
into future
database.
milestones.
So
Okay, once again, you are writing very complex, very detailed code for a demo, okay?
I wasn't expecting to demo this.
Okay,
That's,
okay,
I mean,
the reason that this is coming up is because I couldn't understand what you were doing with your last,
right. Yeah,
uh,
that's understandable.
the last part of the review, okay?
Yeah, definitely.
So, what I'm trying to say here is that you're not spending your resources correctly.
Okay.
And you guys have got to examine who is doing what when, and I think that goes right back to organization. Okay, and the reason that this is scary for me as I have my CTO hat on right now, is because the organization of your stuff looks like blah. Okay?
Yeah, definitely.
And that is not a reassuring feeling. And hearing, seeing you, this looks like excellent code, but you're putting your efforts on something that's not even necessary for the project. Okay, so what I'm seeing is a lot of good programming, kind of I don't think it's wasted because you probably learned a lot doing this coding, and it's very well written. I see that you use nice comments and everything. This is very, very nice. But that being said, the important thing is to get the project done on time.
Yeah.
When you could have been doing, let's say, fixing the upload page for we'll see what's missing. Okay. But that's what I'm saying, is that you're working on P2 plus stuff. So this is somewhere between P2 and P3, and you're not working on the P1 stuff, and that's where the problem lies. Okay. So, to kind of like bring all of this back down, okay, yes, this is excellent code. Now that I understand what you're doing here, very pretty, but the energy is misplaced, okay? So what we need to think about with the organization is also getting you guys to focus on the priorities list. That's really the key, okay? So I think as the team lead, by just bringing it back down to the priorities list, that will help you kind of keep focused as to what you guys are doing and when, okay? So, sorry, I didn't mean to attack your code, okay?
I
And it's very pretty, and you guys have some of the best, these are beautiful comments and everything. And you even have comments, but it would be great to see this same energy
Yeah.
focused in the right direction to really move you guys into a place where you might have this come up to the top of the priorities list.
Right.
Okay, so the other thing that I want you to do is to focus on the priorities.
One thing that I might point out